Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRIENDS and Washington, Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news in what could be one of the most significant moves of the NFL offseason this year. Whispers are swirling around the league about a potential blockbuster trade involving DeForest Buckner, the veteran defensive tackle from the Indianapolis Colts, heading straight to the Washington Commanders. Now, this isn't just any rumor. It's a storyline that could reshape the entire NFC East and send shockwaves through the league. Buckner, a proven force on the line, is being eyed as the piece that could turn Washington's defense into a dominant powerhouse once again. And let's be honest, with the Commanders looking to build a more formidable and aggressive defense, bringing in Buckner makes a ton of sense. For those of us who follow the NFL closely, you already know what Buckner brings to the table. He's not just a run stopper, this guy is a game changer. Over his career, he's accumulated 65 sacks, which is impressive for a defensive tackle, but what really stands out are his pressures, 285 over his career, a number that shows how much he disrupts opposing offenses. His PFF pass rush grade, sitting at 83. 6 is a testament to his ability to get after the quarterback, creating chaos in the backfield and forcing mistakes that can turn games around. It's this kind of impact that the Commanders desperately need up front. Remember, last season, Washington's front seven struggled to consistently pressure the quarterback, and the defense often left fans wanting more in terms of push and disruptiveness. Now, the rumors suggest that the Colts are willing to part ways with Buckner in exchange for a first-round pick. That's a pretty hefty price, but considering the Colts' current focus on rebuilding and cap flexibility, they have around $75 million in cap space for 2024. This trade could be a strategic move. Indianapolis is prioritizing their offensive line, especially with quarterback Anthony Richardson showing promise, PFF grade 80. 5, and they want to bolster their offense while they rebuild the defense through draft picks and younger talents. After allowing 40 sacks last season, the Colts are clearly looking to optimize their protection and focus on the future, which makes trading Buckner a logical step. But why would Washington be interested? Well, for starters, adding a player of Buckner's caliber to the defensive line would be a huge boost. It's about more than just stopping the run. It's about creating pressure, collapsing pockets, and making life miserable for opposing quarterbacks. A healthy Buckner would immediately elevate the Commanders' interior line, giving the defense a much-needed upgrade in both run-stopping and pass rush. Imagine a front with Buckner commanding double teams, freeing up edge rushers like Chase Young or Montez Sweat to get after the quarterback. It's a recipe for a truly elite defense, and the numbers back this up. If Buckner joins Washington, we could see a significant reduction in rushing yards allowed per game, from around 150 yards down to about 110, which would be a game changer. His ability to generate pressures, potentially increasing by 19%, would elevate the entire front seven's performance. Historically, a dominant defensive interior can turn a team's defense from good to great, and for the Commanders, this could be the missing piece to unlock their full potential. It's reminiscent of the impact that players like Aaron Donald had when he was traded to the Los Angeles Rams. A disruptive interior presence can shift the entire defensive philosophy and effectiveness. Looking ahead to 2025, the impact could be even more profound. Buckner's presence on the line could help the Commanders' defense rank among the league's best in terms of expected points added, EPA, versus the run, boosting their transition game and overall efficiency. A more disruptive line means more turnovers, more sacks, and more pressure on offenses that already have enough trouble keeping up with the NFC's best teams. Plus, the psychological boost for a team that's been searching for a consistent pass rush for years cannot be overstated. In terms of playoff impact, adding Buckner could be the catalyst that propels Washington into serious Super Bowl contention. The odds, as of now, have them around plus 15, 0 to plus 6, 500 for a Super Bowl appearance, but with Buckner's elite pass rush grades, he's posted an 84-2 in playoff scenarios, and his ability to elevate the defense, those numbers could seriously tighten. He's a proven postseason performer, and his presence could be the difference maker in tight games, especially when facing top-tier offenses. His knack for winning one-on-one battles and creating chaos in the backfield makes him a true X-factor for the Commanders. From a broader perspective, this move also signals a shift in Washington's defensive identity. The team has been trying to find consistency along the line, and with a player like Buckner, they're not just patching a hole, they're building a foundation. His experience, leadership, and talent would set a tone for the entire defense, especially for the younger guys trying to find their footing. It's a move that says, we're serious about competing now. And with the NFC East getting more competitive each year, with teams like the Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants all making moves, Washington needs to stay aggressive. Of course, there are some questions. Can the Colts get enough value in return? Will Buckner adapt quickly to the Commanders' scheme? And what about cap space and other roster needs? But the potential upside is enormous. If the trade goes through, expect an immediate impact on game days. Buckner's presence alone could tip the scales in close contests and make the Commanders a more feared defense across the league. And let's not forget the historical context. The Commanders have always been known for their gritty, tough defenses, especially during their Super Bowl winning years. Bringing in a veteran like Buckner would be a nod to that legacy, a way to remind everyone that Washington is still a team that can dominate on the defensive line. It's about instilling confidence, creating a culture of relentless pressure, and setting a tone that opposing offenses dread. As the offseason unfolds, all eyes will be on the negotiations and whether this blockbuster becomes a reality. If it does, it could mark a turning point for Washington, transforming their defense from a decent unit into one of the league's most intimidating. Fans, get ready. This could be the move that brings us one step closer to returning to the Super Bowl stage. The NFC East is about to get even more interesting, and the Commanders might just have added the perfect piece to their puzzle. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So what do you think, Commanders fans? Is Buckner the missing piece that will finally push Washington over the top? Could this trade be the spark that ignites a deep playoff run and gets us back to the Super Bowl? I want to hear your thoughts. Drop your comments below and let's discuss what this move could mean for the future of the team. And remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, more news, and more insights on all things Washington Commanders. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep this fan base fired up because the best is yet to come.